learn the art of public speaking. This I'm going to do in part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is going to cover the basics, and you will start working on it. And after 2 days, I'm going to do the part 2, where I will also make you talk about talk by using the learning of today's session and see the difference in your own performance. Okay. So master the art of public speaking, gain control in content and the context, and communicate effectively. So when it comes to public speaking, hi Cora, hello Madhur. You're on mute. Hi. Are you saying something, Bharti? Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi Madhur, nice to see you here. And okay, small group. So I want to just put a question to all of you. When you say public speaking, what are the challenges that you face? What are the things that you feel, oh my God, I have been asked to talk, or oh my God, I'm going to meet people in a big group? What are the things that come to your mind? Put it in the chat, or you can unmute and quickly say in brief. This itself is public speaking. Everybody is so quiet.
You all are hosting sessions also, most of you. So what is it that you find it difficult? You can please come forward and tell, ma'am.
I think because I don't, Angela, koi baat nahi. Itna acha to likha apne, because I don't know English. Itna acha likha. Okay, so that is her obstacle or her challenge ki public speaking mein, because she does not feel comfortable, because if it is a crowd where they are talking in English, maybe she is feeling conscious about it. Yes.
Yeah, Jyoti, go ahead.
And I'm so happy that she was the first one to contribute in the chat. आप अनम्यूट करके बोल सकते हैं या चैट में डाल सकते हैं. When you are facing with public speaking, when I say public, it is more than one person. If you have to talk in a crowd, in a group, what are the things that cross in your mind?
Actually, I tend to forget the things what I want to say actually. So it happens most of the time.
Okay, so Jyoti, does that mean that you prepare yourself in advance when you're going to talk?
When I prepare more, I just forget it. And okay, when I don't do anything, then I'm not that conscious also, and I'm able to do it.
Very good. So that should be the way where you, if you're just in a group of 5 or 10 people and you're speaking, so you don't have to be prepared, but you have to be present there to understand what is the context they're talking. So you are a good listener. In yesterday's session, we talked, you have to be listening when you are in a group. So when you listen, you can actually respond. Okay, that is one part. But the second part, if you are going on a planned public speaking and you said, I forget, that is that you are going prepared on a topic to talk. That's a different thing. But generally, okay, Bharti, you missed the question. I was saying, when you are talking in public or to more than one person, what are the challenges you face, or what are the things that cross your mind when you have to go and talk in public?
Yes, ma'am.
Body language is also one of them.
1 minute. It will be nice to, yeah, body language. Yes, of course, body language, because your nervousness will also show, your confidence also will show. Yes, Bharti, okay, Hindi में कोई problem नहीं है. Very, very good. Yeah, okay. Bharti, do you want to share? Bharti, do you want to share? You have
Yeah. While in group, usually I start with the common language like Hindi or English. Otherwise, that language barrier will be there. And while speaking to some person, you should try to keep the eye contact and body language. Someone told just now, and sometimes you have when I'm in group of my friends, almost 3-4 languages.
I'm losing your. When you're in group of your friends, what happens?
Yeah, almost 3-4 languages people will be there. Then I try to mix English and Hindi क्योंकि some किसी किसी को English मालूम नहीं पड़ता है. Then
no,
yeah.
Bharti, the question was कि when you are talking, you have to. What are the things or obstacles that come in your mind when you're talking, or if you have to speak in public?
Yeah, maybe age gap.
Language barrier, you said language barrier,
and maybe age difference. हाँ maybe थोड़ा means ज़्यादा elder लोग रहेंगे तो मुझे I may become bit conscious way कि मुझे तो इतना उनका जैसा.
So they are.
I'm not so knowledgeable person.
They are more knowledgeable, or they are much better
with
than me.
With the youngsters, I am bit free. I can talk means freely and all.
So
Yeah.
you get a complex when you're talking to people who are senior to you. Fine, good. Anybody else? Yeah, Geeta, Beena, good morning. Simran, Manjulata, Anjana.
Good morning. Good morning.
Please share your thoughts in the chat box. What difficulties you face when it comes to public speaking? Another 1 minute I'm giving you people to either put it in the chat or raise your hand and speak quickly. Yes, Anita.
मैम मैं कॉन्फिडेंट नहीं हो पाती, मैं जो कहना चाहती हूँ वो कह नहीं पाती हूँ. बहुत
So she has the confidence. She has low confidence about when it comes to public speaking.
मुझे लगता है कि मुझे उतना नहीं आता जितना सामने वाले को, कहीं मैं गलत ना बोल जाऊँ थोड़ा सा. Yes, ma'am.
Right. Thank you. We will be covering all that. इसलिए मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ, Simran, I forget the topic. Anjana, I become self-conscious at times. Yes,
yeah, somehow I write better than I talk, Binda. When it comes to addressing a smaller group, I'm okay with. If I have to talk on a stage, I've never really done it. So I am kind of apprehensive if I will be able to address a whole stage, a crowd that is before a stage. Right. I've never been on stage to speak.
Okay. So then again, when we talk about public speaking, stage is one, and talking to more than one person is public speaking also, and talking in groups and informal and formal groups also is public speaking. Stage is a much later level, but yes, we are going to cover that also. So some people are comfortable.
Group, I'm okay. I'm all right.
Familiar group. Some people are comfortable. Nobody came up with that. Some people are very, very comfortable in familiar group, but they are conscious. Like Anjana mentioned, sometimes you become conscious when you're talking. That happens maybe if there are unfamiliar people or strangers in that group also, because then there is a feeling of being judged by other person, or there is a feeling like Bharti said, if there is somebody who's much experienced and knowledgeable, then you become a little conscious. Should I not speak? Then there is something topic. Somebody said that I forget the topic. So maybe you already know you can talk on that topic, but just because you were introduced to someone who has been much higher level or somebody in academics, and then you say, oh my God, she knows so much. So that makes you, that overpowers your own confidence, and that you can forget the topic. Like it happens in the examination sometimes, we have studied, we have read, but when we are sitting in front of we are writing the answer sheet, we actually tend to forget what we had prepared for. And I think Beena said that she is, when it comes to English speaking, she is at loss of words. I think this happens to many people, because if we have not studied in English medium, the thought process, because what are words? What do we speak? Action and words are nothing but what is happening in our mind. So there are characteristics of our speech. On communication has a lot of, so there is a environment. The environment gives your the thought and feeling is based on the environment that you are in. That feeling and thought becomes the words, and that words becomes your expressions. Okay, so the thought is always in your own mother tongue, which you are comfortable with. So when we are trying to translate the word or look for words in that computer that is sitting here, it takes time. So yes, Veena, it does happen with a lot of people. And I can't contact, I can't do eye contact.
Eye contact, yeah.
Indu says, yes, Indu, I'm coming.
Ma'am, I can't contact his eyes.
Eyes, हाँ, आपने लिखा है वहाँ पे eye contact करने में, yes. All right. So yeah, Geeta, sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that when you're speaking on a public platform, anything, it's much easier to talk in front of unfamiliar people you're not familiar with, than to speak in front of familiar people. Because familiar people know you, they know everything about you, and you can't, like, sometimes when you're talking with unfamiliar people, you can take off and say things which may not exist or may not have happened in your life, just to convince them convince them for a point. But I feel more comfortable speaking in front of unfamiliar people than speaking in front of familiar people.
So Geeta,
because I become self-conscious when I know these people are there, and I feel, oh yeah, they're looking at me and they're judging me, kind of thing. But with unfamiliar people, I know even if they judge me, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so Geeta, I think what you are talking is if you have to make a presentation or you have to talk on a particular topic.
Yeah, on a platform. On a platform.
Yeah, here I'm asking about general public speaking.
Okay.
So whether it's familiar or not, and on any topic, you just go and join somebody in a gathering. There is a group of people who are standing in a community activity that you are doing. You go and decide to do a tree plantation, and there are 20 other people, half of them you don't know. And how would you interact? That is public speaking also. Okay, you're speaking in public. So that is presentation will come later. What you said about that is fair. So some of them, like you said, but some of them earlier said that they are more comfortable with known people because we know that they are not going to judge, or unko to pata hai, I talk like this. But when it comes to strangers, they are conscious about their body language, or about whether my English is right or not, whether I'm getting the right wordings in my mouth. Okay, yeah, so I had seen some hand raises. Was that Veena or sorry, I was talking, and Ruchita, did you notice the?
No, I'm sorry, I didn't.
Okay, anybody wants to add? Anybody wants to add here before I move forward? Okay, so let's now move on to see when we talk about public speaking, what are the things that happen to us? It is or happened, or what we should take note of. One is anxiety. However confident you are, however prepared you are, when you're going to talk in public, or even when you suddenly are faced with a group of people, you go out with a friend and suddenly there is another group that bump into us in the mall, and they are with 4 or 5 people, and they know my friend, but I don't know them. And suddenly we are there in the lobby of a mall and they all start talking. That time there is some anxiety because I have not met most of them. I don't know. I was not prepared. Then suddenly, oh, am I dressed appropriately? These people are so well dressed. Can I talk to them in their level? Because these are people who all look like they belong to some very confident kind of a thing, and I start feeling a little low about my own confidence levels. What is it that you're going to talk? How are you going to perform? What is the speech? What topic you're going to talk on? The gestures, body language that you're using, then meeting people. All these things are part of public speaking. So there is an art, and we have to learn that art. Okay. So when we talk about how many of you here are from academia, teaching, coaching, and all that? Those people, it comes very easy for them. But still, when I say becomes easy. There are teachers. I have my neighbor's daughter who is, of course, now she's 50 plus, but I've seen her growing from the college days. And she went and joined Hiranandani College, Hiranandani School for Teaching. And every time, right from the interview to whatever level, she used to come to me asking for, I'm very nervous. I don't think I can do it. I think I'm going to quit. When she got married, she wanted to quit. When she was expecting, she wanted to quit. And today she's one of the most popular teachers. And for the last several years, she's the one who is always on the stage to compare. She's the one who's always on this, been sent on the camp when, or that, they have those 10 days camp going out and all that. So she's the one who's always sent with the teachers. So confident she has become. It is an art you can learn. Yes, Simran, good morning. And
Good morning.
Yes, you want to say something, Simran?
Yeah, teaching is not a problem because I teach kids. When they come like to my home, and I speak to their parents also, like to convince that why they should come to me. The problem comes when I'm in a committee. Like suppose, though I know everything is prepared by me, and then or maybe when I go for presentation, and all of a sudden, it's just that there are no words.
You go for presentation and all of a sudden you say?
I have no words to say.
You're at a loss of words.
Yes.
Okay. So, and you know what presentation you were going to make?
It is me who has prepared it, or maybe like I have helped in the community to prepare everything.
But
and
still it happens because you're faced by the audience and it happens to you.
And then the worst part is that everything comes to me, like you do its best is best, but still,
all of us have, even like if I have been doing a lot of talk in public domain, but yes, we have to be prepared. And there are times that, and as a trainer also, there are times that you do, I'm not saying forget or miss or something the points, because we are doing it for years together. But sometimes somebody is talking in between and you get diverted and distracted if it is an interactive session. So to come back on the track, you have to remember that, oh, this was the topic I was going to talk on and I have to come. Because how often have people, Bharti, Geeta and Bharti, I'm coming to you. How often you people have discovered that it could be just talking with your group of friends or relatives or in a public domain, where you are actually started with one topic and suddenly after 5 minutes you realize that the whole conversation has taken a turn to different topic. How many of you have experienced that? It does happen, right? So
yes, it happens.
Very important to stay focused on that topic when you are talking. That's one of the major rules of public speaking, or any, for that matter, communication skills. So we get diverted, distracted, drifted from the major topic. So it's very important to stay focused. And even if somebody else is taking you away, answer them for 1 or 2 points and bring back the attention to the topic that you are talking to. Yeah, Geeta, you had raised your hand. You want to say something?
You asked who all were in the teaching, so I raised my hand for that.
Okay. Thank you.
I was one of my, I have had a very checkered career. So one of the last career was I was teaching in restaurants. I was training for restaurant etiquette and spoken English. So yeah, so that is what I wanted to just say.
Right. Thank you. So why I asked was teaching and training, because at least people who are into teaching and training, they are a lot more better in public speaking, because they're used to talking to a group of students, taking the charge of them, those children, in all the temperamental areas. Archana Raj Singh is here with us. So Archana ma'am is one good example of how easily her public speaking happens, because she's been in that domain also. Bharti, yeah, you had raised your hand for wanting to contribute something, or just say that you have.
Yeah, even in school days and all, we had not much opportunities. I am talking about hot years back, and girls are not so means I want to tell I was like introvert. I was
Yes.
topper in the class, but I was not that type like go in the stage. Even that stage fear was there.
Right, right.
Slowly
So
after
let's
wedding, I went to Mumbai. I met so many people. Then I started talking, and I even English also. I started after going to my after like 25 when I was in 25 years. After going to Mumbai, that was the best time. We got to so many people. I learned to talk, and now I am because of Get Set Up and because of this
wonderful. I was
process.
going to say, because of GetSetUp, a lot of people started talking. Where I mean, they
Yeah.
have told me on this platform that they were very conscious when they came, and I know that people wanted to be behind the screen. They were hesitating to contribute. They said, we are listening to everything that's being talked about, but we are nervous. We don't have that confidence. But a lot of them have come out of that, or slowly coming out. So let's look at what are the criterias for. So Bharti, you're not the only one. Even today, at the age of 40, 45, at the corporate level, also we have managers and seniors who have worked for years together. They are very, very good at their technical knowledge, but they have a fear of coming up in public. They are very knowledgeable, but they're not able to express themselves because of the fear that they have. And people work on themselves even at this age. Okay, so there's all this is like skill development, and this is a beauty of skill development, that it can be acquired. We can always brush up our skills and learn to become better than what we are. This is like sharpening our axe. Whatever we had 5 years back, 2 years back, or even 2 weeks back, there's always a scope to do something better. So when you're talking about public speaking, a lot of it came in the chat when I was asking you what were your challenges, what were your obstacles, what comes across in your mind when you think of public speaking. So whenever you're talking, you need to be very, very clear about the topic you're speaking on. When you know what topic you're speaking, your confidence level shows on in your body language. Now, supposing there is a conversation happening around the cricket match, something has happened in the last 2 days on TV. I am not a cricket buff unless it is, our team playing somewhere, and because everybody's glued down, I'll say, but I'm not someone who can just get up and talk about cricket. But there are some hardcore cricket fans. And if I'm in that group where out of 7 people, 6 of them are talking about cricket, what I would do is I may not open my mouth to speak, but I'll be a good listener. And when I am saying a good listener, I will show my eye contact, my smile, my acknowledging, my nodding, because I'm listening, I'm taking in. I will not want to contribute just to make the other people happy that, okay, they should say, Binda ko bhi kuch aata hai. No, because I am not knowledgeable about that subject. So if you're going to talk about it, you need to know the topic, you need to know the subject, and plan. Now, why plan? If you are going on a pre-decided, pre-planned forum where it's going to be discussed about cricket match, or they're going to have discussions about a travel itinerary, or if there's going to be a discussion about education system, and you are going to be one of the person who's going to talk. So you need to know what is the topic, and you have to plan in advance. You can't just, because when you're talking, there will be some time given to you. There will be some audience who are, senior, junior, listening. They're coming from different backgrounds. So you do not have all the time to talk. So unless you plan and look at the topic, that's why we say the homework is important. Know the topic, know the subject. Read, assess your audience. It is a pre-plan. Now we are talking about public speaking. So Geeta, this is something that what you were saying, that I'm okay talking to people who I'm not familiar with. So this is the public speaking platform. But supposing I take an example, my own example. I am into training. I give training, and at times we have to do training to trainers also. So there is a group of people who will be a trainer who has 5 years experience, and there are trainers who have 30 years experience. They're all sitting there in front of me, and I am going to talk on a topic. But if I have done my homework, if I have done my preparation well, I know the subject, I don't need to be worried about it. Because at the most, when there are question and answers coming, I should be able to answer. Because if I have done the reading by assessing my audience, I'm prepared well to answer. And at the same time, you cannot be 100% able to answer every question that is there. But the question has to be related to the topic that you are covering. Yes, you should be able to answer. If the question is outside the syllabus, you can take the question and you can, if you can answer, you will answer. If the answer is not 100% convincing you, then you can say that this is what I know. I may not be able to, I'm not competent enough to answer this thing, but I'll surely get back to you. I've taken a note of your question. I'll get back to you. So these are things how you can handle something which just comes out of the syllabus, as in out of the topic. Gita, I'll come to you just now. Familiarize yourself with the room. Now we are talking, when I say the room, it is also the audience. Supposing you're in the group of people, like I just gave an example about meeting some, my friends, group of friends in the lobby of the mall. So I look at everyone, I smile, and maybe I'll be introduced also. So you are familiarizing yourself with the group that are there. Some of them are same age group, maybe some of them are seniors and juniors, as in age, younger and older. So you're familiarizing yourself. That's very, very important. Feel good about yourself. Self-confidence, Anita was saying, and somebody else also mentioned, that the confidence level is low when you are talking to people. Why does it get low? Because you are either not prepared for the topic, not prepared for the crowd, not prepared for your appearance, ABC, appearance, behavior, and communication skills. So if you are not, these three are lacking, you will lack in your self-confidence. So you have to feel good about yourself. I always say, love yourself. Now, where are you going to love yourself? If you're going to dress up well, the way it's pleasing. If you're going to speak well and behave well, it's going to be making you feel good. Relax and change your perspective. A lot of time we perceive people in front of you. We make an opinion about the other person in front of us. When you are meeting people and you have not dealt with them, you have not known those people. So avoid making perceptions. Okay, you are there with the purpose. You are going to talk about a topic, so just speak as if. Now, if somebody has invited me to talk on stress management and address a group of 70 people, I will prepare myself and I will go and I will talk about it. Now, I know that I have prepared. I know that I have been talking on this topic, but doesn't mean that I have been talking on this topic, so I can just say, okay, aa jaungi main, and I go and stand there and just start talking. No, I will still be preparing myself that, okay, I have been given 30 minutes. I'm going to start with this, cover something else, I'll do some activity, and then I will summarize the whole session so that that format, frame, everything is ready with me. When I have that, I am very, very confident about doing things in the required time. At the same time, if it's a 30-minute session, I would have actually prepared myself for a 1-hour session. But making sure that if there is something which is very common on everybody, because audience, there can be different kind of audience. So if there are people who are smarter, I can bring, we say, you always have to have things in your goodie bag. So take out this activity. I plan for 1 or 2 activity, and then people say, oh, we have done this. You should be ready with something else. So always research, read, find out what the topic you're talking on. Listening, concentrating is very, very important. Unless you're constant. Now, I talked about myself. I don't know much about the cricket, but if I'm not listening and I'm not concentrating, so I will not know. I'm listening to those 7 people, but my mind is somewhere else. I just have to move myself away because I cannot be physically present and mentally not present there. So concentrate when you are in a group or listening to someone. Present with certainty. That means I am confident about what I'm bringing. I have confidence in my own self that I'll be able to deliver, and I'm certain that I'm going to do it. So that confidence level has to be high. And final words like, okay, you summarize it and do things. So let me pause here, and Geeta had raised her hand, so let me go to Geeta.
I just want to elaborate further on what you said about you must assess your audience. See, because now, supposing there's a social gathering, and we go to the gathering, so we must know when to speak where, or what to speak where. Like if there are people, they're all discussing about the Russian-Ukrainian war, I cannot go in between and start saying, oh, have you seen this cooking show? Have you seen this serial? Or vice versa. So I have to know what to speak when. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So,
yes.
And that is one I wanted to see. And second one, you said about confidence, feeling of confidence. I think, dressing up in the proper manner also gives you confidence. Like some days when you're feeling down and you're going in a state of dishabille, shabby with just a kurti and track pants or something, and then you meet people, then you feel like squirming. You don't feel very confident of talking, of getting to a social gathering. So if you are if you feel that yes, I have dressed well, I am presentable, then that brings a lot of confidence in you when you are with strangers.
Yes, Geeta, thanks for all your wonderful inputs. But you also mentioned about dressing up shabbily and going to a gathering. So these two things don't jive. If I'm not in good mood and all that, I won't like feel
not
like
a gathering, social gathering. Like supposing I'm not in a very good state and I meet friends. I just on the road or somewhere I meet a friend and friends and friends. So that is when you feel okay, that way.
Yes.
Not
right. So that is like just meeting up people, and then you choose to continue talking, or you just, because they are friends, they are familiar people, so you can just say, okay, if I'm not in mood, I will just cut short my conversation and I'll move on. But when it comes to public speaking, it is a conscious effort that you're making to speak to crowds. Okay, so that time, of course, appearance is very, very important. You have to step out of the house properly attired and properly dressed. So know your audience, Geeta, when you say, I need to know which kind of audience I'm visiting, what is the forum. We talked about networking meeting yesterday, and all these was discussed. So you dress appropriately for that occasion. Knowing the audience, you will talk about the topics, or you will go prepared about that kind of topic. And public speaking also means that a lot of it is of people who are not necessarily familiar. Okay, yeah. So I have Joginderji raised his hand, and I can come to Bharti after that. Yes, Joginder.
See, I was talking about the persons in the audience who are very, very senior to us. Somebody told के थोड़ा सा nervousness रहती है, लेकिन मेरा experience ये है कि अगर आप कोई complicated चीज भी हो, उसको किस आसानी से समझा सकते हैं, present कर सकते हैं, so that even a KG boy can understand, and that is very much appreciated. I have seen people like chairman. We think he knows everything, but unfortunately, he may be knowing everything surface-wise, but inner he does not know anything. So for that purpose, we should make our presentation as simple as possible, so that even standard one can have it, and then you will see you are having a lot of appreciation out of it. That is one part. Second part is anxiety. Anxiety is a part of it. Even a musician like Bismillah Khan, who has given crores of the presentation, जाने से पहले वो बोलता है 20 मिनट तक मेरे को एंजाइटी रहती है, मैं परफॉर्म कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं कर. I think that is natural, and that is a input to give better performance. Anxiety is a part of it, and then perhaps if we make everything simple so that everybody can understand, you will be appreciated. This is one of my suggestions to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joginderji. So summing up what he said is in 2 points. One is knowing your audience is very important. I can be at a very Harvard university level, but if I'm going to talk to the MBA students in one of the engineering, who have passed out engineering and then getting into MBA, So I have to come to their level and talk. So knowing your audience makes a big difference is a must. Okay. And the second one, he said, anxiety. There's always, however much you've been talking and all, you can't just get up and start talking. You have to prepare. And in spite of being prepared, there is some kind of anxiety. I hope everything goes well. I hope I have good number of audience. I hope that I'm able to meet the expectations of the audience. So there are so many things that are coming on the mind, which are the anxious thoughts. We will talk about how to manage that, not overcome that, but how to manage that. So we'll go quickly to Bharti, and then Jyoti and Ruchika Kai is also here. Yes, Bharti, you can unmute yourself and speak. Just give me a minute. I'm listening to you. I'll just go and lower my fan is also on. So.
Yes. While in gathering, usually I am talking about our social gathering, like family gathering and all. Whenever all people are discussing something serious and all, kids will be there. They will be bit free and all. What to do, they play and all. Then sometimes I go to the kids and make the group and let them play. Not mobile, but some other, or some chocolates will be in my bag, and that I do sometimes. I go to kids and talk to them, and I make some small group and small games and all. One more, sir told just now about that nervousness. Yeah, that butterflies in the stomach. It is always there before exam also, not even go to stage also. But yesterday again I felt, yesterday was my first YouTube. So what I was knowing that all, I was forgetting. So at last I made one simple, my cousin, that one girl helped me. She was laughing in kitchen session. You are talking so nicely. Why you are now means confusion is that you talk. She was encouraging me. But that yesterday I felt. So that
Thank you, Bharti. So it will not be an exaggeration if I say that Bharti's public speaking also has improved after joining GetSetUp. I have observed her for several months, and so many of you must be also feeling in the same manner, that yes, and it's all because you yourself are taking the trouble to work on that, in that aspect of your life. Okay. So let's move on. There was somebody else who had raised her hand.
Ruchika Bhai.
Ruchika, yes.
And Jyoti.
Jyoti also, yeah. So Ruchika, in case I miss out, please keep a track.
And then Anita Agarwal. So I'm calling out to Jyoti right now.
Yes. So quickly, we will finish in this three, and I move on to some important slides.
Jyoti, please come forward.
Whenever we see the crowd, so it becomes difficult to speak actually. When we are talking, it becomes different. And when we are facing the crowd, looking at them only, it gives nervousness. So for me, this happens actually.
Right. We will work on this in these 2 days. Okay. That's why we said. So Jyoti, what you're saying, many people very comfortable talking on the phone. Okay. Very confident and comfortable. The minute you see them face to face, they are not the same. Okay. This happens to a lot of people. Yeah, Ruchika, we'll listen to you. And we have Anita also, right?
Yes, although I am very confident about my subject, dietetics.
We can't see your face, my dear. I hope you're keeping well. And
yes, no, slightly unwell. My menopausal problems are occurring. But the thing is that I wanted to take the class twice or thrice. I refused on GetSetUp because of this reason only. Because sometimes I feel whether I will be able to do justice, as Devani ma'am is PhD in that subject. So she is already doing the good job. Then I told my son third time when I had proposed, should I take up, because I will be taking individual diets which I am good at. So I came back because of this reason, whether I will be able to do a good job. So let her do. Otherwise, I know my.
Yeah, thank you, Ruchika. You have talked about this to me also earlier in the past, and I'm sure you're going to learn something and start working on that. And one day we will see you doing a session on GetSetUp platform. Okay, so we'll take the last one right now.
Anita Agarwal.
Anita, right. Yes, Anita.
मैम मैं फोन पे तो कंफर्टेबल होती हूँ, बट मैं डायरेक्ट जब बात करती हूँ ना तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस लूज हो जाता है, और जहाँ पर ऐसा लगता है ना कि ये लोग इंग्लिश बोलने वाले हैं, मेरी इंग्लिश उतनी फ्लुएंट नहीं है, मैं मदर टंग हिंदी है तो हम वही बात करते हैं उसी से, तो मेरे लिए वही डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है।
राइट, ये अभी ज्योति जी ने भी यही बात कही थी, और शुरू में एकदम पहले जब हमने शुरू किया था ये सेशन, लैंग्वेज बैरियर वाज द थिंग
yes ma'am,
we talked about it. So let's move forward now. Thank you for
हेलो
all your
हेलो
inputs.
हेलो
हम
बीना
अपनी
मैम,
चीजें हमें मतलब जो आता है।
हेलो
Yes, Anita, हम लोग आगे बढ़ते हैं. Yes, बीना गरोडिया, या
हाँ मैम, मुझे ऐसा है, कभी मैं गीता क्लास कर रही हूँ ऑनलाइन, आई नो टू हाउ टू स्पीक द श्लोक, मुझे अकेली में सब आता है, लेकिन जब भी सबके सामने देख के भी बोलने को आता है ना, तो आई कांट स्पीक इट प्रॉपरली, हमेशा गलती होती ही है,
right.
हर चीज में ऐसे ही होता है, आई डोंट नो व्हाई.
हाँ, so we will look at why these things happen and how we can work on that. Okay? हम लोग अभी समझेंगे कि कैसे हम इसको सुधार सकते हैं, या इसमें से हमारा can improve something about it. So let me just share some thoughts on this. So how can you improve your speaking skills? A lot of you came up with saying that phone pe bol sakte hain, but when it comes to speaking in person, you find it difficult. We can talk one-on-one, but when it comes to speaking for more people, it becomes difficult. So work on your pronunciation. A lot of people, why I said pronunciation and diction, because we have a lot of people here from vernacular medium who have not studied in English. So you have to work on your pronunciation and diction. Some of learners here are already into teaching academy, in the teaching profession, or they have taught. I think I heard Geeta and Arjuna Singh also saying that, they have been talking on these kind of topics. So when I handle public speaking and I talk about pronunciation and diction, I always encourage people to read one paragraph of English newspaper, whether it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. Just take it and read loud to yourself. Underline the words that are new to you or alien to you. Sit with the dictionary, open the dictionary to see the meaning of that, and then on the same day, make 5 sentences, because you have seen the meaning in the dictionary. Make 5 sentences using that word and use in your house that whole day 5 such words minimum. Every day you're going to underline, look at the meaning, make 5 sentences, and those 5 words you're going to use several times during the day with your family members, at your dining table, on the phone call, with your friends. So it just sits in your head. When you do that 5, I'm not teaching conversation English right now, but I'm just sharing this, what I used to do with my people. So every day, if in your word bank, there are 5 new words, imagine at the end of a week, imagine at the end of the month, imagine at the end of the year, how many new words you have got, and see how your English improved. So work on your pronunciation and diction. Talk with yourself in the mirror. A lot of people were saying, I lose my confidence, my body language. So this is the practice. You have to speak loudly, looking into the mirror. Now, with the mobile and all that, I mean, we have learned this years ago. But with the mobile and all, we all want to look at ourselves, look into the camera and give a nice smile and things like that. But do that on your own when you're alone. Speak and observe your body language. In fact, there will be an assignment today and in the next part 2 when we are going to talk. I will be asking you to look at yourself and practice in the mirror. Take a video of 2 minutes as you are talking or a topic, maybe 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then look at the video. That will be a good way of improving the areas that you want to improve in when it comes to speaking skills and when it comes to presentation skills. Listen attentively to the native speakers. That means if you're talking in English, you are wanting to work on your English, there are videos, there are audio clips or something. Listen to them. See how they emphasize on certain words, how they flow with conjunctions, how they pause after the punctuations and things like that. That will help you to improve your way of talking. Find native speakers to talk to. If you're learning a language or you're going to make presentation, don't start complaining to your spouse or your family member, oh, I want to talk tomorrow at GetSetUp, but I don't know how to talk. And you're complaining in your own language. But I'll say that in English. Say that this is what I want to do it, and see how if you do that with 2-3 people during the 2 days, third day, when you're actually going to come to the platform to talk about it, you will be much better because you have already started talking about it in your mind. And when you are thinking aloud or you're talking on that same topic, the words just come. Beena was saying some words we find it difficult when we are talking, but maybe that is for her when she is impromptu speaking. She's speaking in a group and all that. It happens to many of us because we have not studied in English medium. So the words take time to come. Some of us, if we are trying to speak in Hindi or Marathi, maybe it's a little difficult for the word to come because we've not studied in that language. So it comes with practice if you can work on that. But if you're working on a planned topic, you have already written it 3 times and you yourself have prepared the presentation or your talk that you're going to do. So because you have done it yourself, it's come from your mind. Then you have looked at words, rephrasing, replacing. So you can't forget. Even if you forget when you're speaking, you always can jump and substitute with another word. Expand your vocabulary. I told you about 5 words every day, 5 new words. Look at the dictionary, make sentences and use it as many times as you can with your people around you that day. That is the way of improving your vocabulary also. And work on your confidence. I'm putting it the other way. When you know the topic, when you know you have read, researched about the topic, you know your audience, confidence all comes automatically. So both it's a vicious circle. If you're confident, you'll be able to do it. And if you're doing it, you'll be confident. ABC of personality, I already said, work on your appearance. The minute you wear, I think Geeta was talking about packs and t-shirts and all that. I used to talk about this throughout the lockdown period in this session. I felt that, I would sit and put out all my clothes because those days we were not going out. Everything was stacked in the cupboard and we were not even pulling out good clothes because we said, we don't go out anymore. So why should I wear the ironed clothes? I am happy with my tracks and my t-shirt and sitting in front of the video. But no, don't do that because the minute you wear an ironed or starched sari, ironed dress, automatically your confidence level goes up. Don't you feel that when you're going down to meet your friend called out to you, why don't you come down? The mango truck has come and they're all looking at the mango which has come from Devgarh. So what will I do? I'll just put up something or a little better t-shirt or top and I'll go down. My walk, I might go with just slip-ons or slippers or something and go down because it's just in my comfort. But the minute you have to go down close to the station, someone has called you to meet at the station because there is a parcel that I have to hand over to you, you will be in a little better dressed up thing. But if a friend has called you, let's go and watch a nice drama that is playing in a theater in Dadar. And what are you going to do? You're going to pull out one of the nice silk sarees or one nice shirt or something, dress up, use your perfume, wear nice shoes and things like that, and then walk. Every time you're dressing up differently and your appearance is different, it enhances your confidence level. So that's the difference. So work that out. It's very, very important. Confidence, passion, whatever topic you're talking, your passion shows. If you love that topic, you've worked on that topic, you don't even need to, that 30 minutes can become 60 minutes. You don't even know how much you have talked about it. You have to be passionate about whatever you're doing. Ability to be succinct, to the point, not going around beating around the bush and all that. because you are sending a message. If somebody wants clarity, they will ask questions. You can take the questions while you're talking, or you can put the questions toward the end. And if you're making a presentation and you're saying, okay, you have been given 5 minutes, you have to complete what you're saying, conveying the message in that 5 minutes. And you can say, this is me, say your name, introduction, and you start your topic. You can always say, if there are any questions, I shall wait for the last 3 minutes. And then make sure that you cut off before 3 minutes of the session ending time. And okay, I am done with my session. Are there any questions? I'm free to take 1 or 2 questions. And then when you are doing public speaking, it's always nice. Now, this is not that 5 minute or 2 minute, but if you're on a platform where you are giving a talk, or one of these platforms like the topics I am doing or some of the other guides are doing, if you have an ability to tell a story, actually the body language changes, because it is your own experience of that story which you're sharing, which is learning with the help of narrating a story. So you are in a better shape. And of course, you have to be aware of what are the audience you're talking to. Like some of them said, बहुत senior hote, बहुत knowledgeable hote hain, so you become nervous. But you need to know you don't have to get nervous if you are confident about the topic, if you have worked on your topic. Stop trying to be someone else. If you're funny, just be there. Or if you're not funny, don't try to be funny. Okay? So just be authentic, be your own self. That's the best way to do. Don't look for approval, focus on contributing. Don't wait that, okay, he said it's nice, Binda said it's nice. No, you have prepared it, you have practiced it, just give it away, contribute. Watch TED Talks. There are thousands of TED videos that serve as instructional library on speaking. Video yourself speaking, I told you already. And very, very important, know your content. That is a must for all of you. So with this, we come to the end of the session today. Master the art of public speaking, gain control on the content. The topic you're going to be talking and in what context you're talking is very important. I can be talking on yoga. I know something, but what is the context? What is the objective of this forum that I'm seeing? You people, I have to generate interest in you, so I will talk accordingly. I should know that I'm not here to teach yoga, because you people have just come to understand, okay, after 60, what are the kind of asanas I should be doing and I should not be doing. So I can just give examples and show something and all. But I need to know my audience and the content, and the context has to be matching. And prepare, practice, perform, and postmortem. So these are the 5 P's I want to leave you with today. And in the next session, I want to see all of you prepared to come. And we're going to have a short activity that you are going to plan on a topic you will talk on. You will prepare on that. You will practice in front of the mirror 2, 3, 4 times. You will perform, you will practice, then you will perform in front of the mirror 4, 5 times. And then you will, if you want, you can take your own video and look at the video and do a post-mortem. Oh, I should be standing straight. I think I became soft when I was talking. Whatever is your post-mortem, and work on that. And we shall meet on Monday. I think we have that session Monday morning. Art of Public Speaking, part 2. I'll be very, very happy to see all of you. Thank you very much.